Hi everyone, happy Monday. So I was planning to just do my completed pages on Tuesday, but I'm gonna go a little bit out of order this week, and I'm gonna explain why here in a minute. And I wanted to put this out today. Oh, and by the way, happy National Coloring Book Day. I would have had something special planned for today, but after Saturday's live stream marathon, I am still pretty wiped out. So you're gonna get this instead. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so a little bit of an update, and then we'll talk about the goals that I have. So usually when I post this video, I post it after the completed pages, and I talk about my goals, and then I talk about what I plan to color for August. So the what I plan to color for August is not going to be in this video because I don't really know what I'm going to color in August. So, update part for those of you that weren't on the live stream, July was a really rough month for me. I mean, I was up and going everywhere. Just, it felt like I hardly had a chance to just sit and breathe at home. Just physical therapy appointments, doctor's appointments, vet visits, I had a family member that was ill around the middle of the month, and so I had to go, one of my parents, I had to go stay with them for a few days to help out, and so that also, my anxiety and, well, depression the last few weeks, but the whole month, like, my anxiety was all jacked up. I was still having trouble sleeping, still having some trouble sleeping. It was just a really hard month. I started out coloring great, and then like the last 2 weeks of the month, I barely colored anything. A, because I was so busy, and B, I'm just plain burnt out on everything. You guys, those of you who've been around for a while know that usually every couple months I hit this period where I'm just kind of done and I need to reset for a few weeks. And that's kind of where we're at, but the problem is I can't really just be done because there's still appointments and things to do. So, but my desire to color has just went pew. It is currently on vacation, I guess, putting its feet up on some deserted island with a nice little drink in their, probably alcoholic drink in their hand, laughing at me right now. But yeah, at first because it was busy, and then when I sat down and tried to color, I was like, oh gosh, I just really don't have any desire to color. So I know August is going to be a busy month. I was also diagnosed with sleep apnea, which who knows how long I've had that, being this was a different type of test than previous tests I've had. So, I mean, this could be something I've had for years and it just got worse recently. So, I'm going to get a CPAP. Yay! I don't know how I'm feeling much more okay with it now than I was like Saturday or a week ago. But it's still, I think mostly what I'm concerned about is it's not going to fix anything. And the thing is, all of the symptoms and health issues I've been having line up with the symptoms for sleep apnea and the issues that occur from it. So, a CPAP should help not only with my sleep quality, which should improve my memory and my mood. It can be tied to fibro, so it can relieve fibro symptoms. So my depression, my anxiety, all that should get better theoretically, and I could even maybe go down on or get off some of the medications that I take, which would be great, right? It's hard to be that optimistic about something, like especially when I'm glad they're not throwing another medication at me, but it's just kind of like when you are dealing with chronic illness, every time somebody tells you this is totally going to fix your issues, after you hear it for a while, you just get a little jaded, I guess I would say. So, Anyway, I gotta wait for the company to contact me, I guess, to get it sent out, and then I guess it has to get all adjusted and calibrated and what have you. I am wearing what they're going to be what they call a nasal pillow, not a full face mask. Because of my anxiety, she said that would probably not be a good idea. And then there's going to be an adjustment period where I just don't want to wear the stupid thing. So unfortunately, it could be another month out before I really see any relief. And the it's obstructive sleep apnea, and it's not an anatomy issue, it's a weight issue. This is the first time my weight has really, you know, I know I'm overweight. I know I need to lose weight. Like, I'm not saying I wasn't aware of this the whole time, and I knew it was only a matter of time before it started causing problems. And this is the first big thing that it's affected. All my other blood work looked really good, except I was like borderline pre-diabetic, but yeah, I'm not really too worried about that at the moment because my A1C can shift a little to and fro. It hits right on that line. But like my cholesterol and stuff's fine. My blood pressure, little high, but it's not even in the pre-hypertension range. So, but I knew it was only a matter of time. So here we are. And the only way to reduce the pressure used in the CPAP, or to even eventually get off of it, possibly the only way to do that would be to lose a significant amount of weight. So August is really going to be focused more on my physical side rather than my mental side, because there's just really not much I can do about it at this point. My sleep quality is just in the bucket. It's terrible. I have to sleep for very long periods of time to get the type of sleep. I actually have a Fitbit Inspire 2 that tracks my sleep stages, and you know, you got to take that with a grain of salt too, because it's just a watch and it's not like a big fancy hook you up to something device. But based on what it's showing me, I'm not getting enough deep sleep or REM sleep, which is how you restore your memory and your mood. So that's why my mood's in the tank, why I don't want to color, why I'm depressed. It's a lot of the reason. But I'm not getting enough of those. I'm definitely not getting enough deep sleep. Like, it's pitiful. Even with the sleep meds and even with the extended release where I'm able to go back to sleep when I wake up, I'm still waking up often because of the apnea. So until I get to CPAP, I just got to muddle through. And I don't know if this is going to get better, when this is going to get better. And like I said, other than just doing what I've been doing to try to keep my anxiety down, getting massages, and listening to meditation type stuff, and other than doing the stuff that I'm doing right now, there's really not much more I can do to manage my anxiety, because there's a lot of stuff I got to go do in August, and it's got to be done. I want to finish my physical therapy out by the end of August, and I got to start being able to move more. I got to start really focusing on, my knees have improved, obviously, but there's still improvement. There's still more that can be done. So I need to do that because I need to move more, because I need to lose weight. And I've had to start tracking my food. And yeah, it's a kick in the pants I needed. I'm not going to lie, but it's just, yeah. Uh, so anyway, there's just a ton going on in August, and it's hard for me to make big coloring plans. Plus, boy, that live stream was amazing. We'll talk about that in a minute, but it took so much. I didn't realize how much work it was going to take in the month. So this needs to be a recharge month, basically, for me. Videos are going to be maybe a little off schedule. Some weeks I might not post at all, except once a week. Some weeks I might post a few. I don't know if it's just going to be for a couple of weeks or the whole month. We'll see. Right now, I just kind of want to play video games more and read and just kind of relax. I don't want to put any pressure on myself with I have one project book and ongoing buddy color with my friend Tammy that I'm going to continue to work in. But really past that point, I don't want to put a whole lot of pressure on myself for coloring. It's just going to be a color what I want when I want kind of month. And like I said, same with recording. We may not even do a live stream this month. I'm not going to plan for it at the moment, but again, second half of the month it might change. But right now, I just got a lot going on in my life, and I want to push to try to get to a point where in September things calm down a little bit in terms of appointments and struggling with health issues and stuff and getting into a routine. But I've got to have the time and the effort and the energy to push through it for one more month and try to get myself in that kind of place. Now I say that and karma laughs at me. God laughs at me. He's like, hey, don't you dare make any plans. You know what's going to happen the moment you start making plans. But that's kind of what I'm eyeballing. Anyway, so there's the updates. I know that was a lot of talk and not a lot of movement. But I just didn't have it in me to do a coloring chat, and I wanted you guys to kind of know where I was at. Oh, and for those of you that weren't on the live stream, you know, if you watched my last tag video, I noted memory issues. I lost my wedding ring and couldn't find it. When I was prepping for the live stream on Saturday, I found it. It was just there on the floor in my studio office area, which is really bizarre because I never take it off in here. So I don't know how it wound up in here, but it was here and we found it. So I was so happy. So happy. I was like, look, the live stream's already a success. I found my ring. So anyway, alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to quickly look at July's hot mess, and then we're going to look at August. So, my July goals. Let's take a look here. Charity live stream July, it was 31st, not 30th. I wasn't looking at the calendar right. We actually did this. It was hard. I didn't feel... If it had been anything but for a good cause, I probably would have canceled it. But I was like, you guys were willing to put up, you know, donations towards Freedom Farm, and I was like, and I want to try to raise more for them, so I'm going to see this through. We streamed for 4.5 hours. The replay is up. I'll see if I can put a card up here. The replay is up on the channel if you want to go take a look. We didn't do a whole lot of coloring. We colored a cat mask, and I did wear said mask at the end. We didn't do a whole lot of coloring. It was more just talking and looking at me and looking at the cats, because I had a camera set up facing me, and I had this one, and I had my backdrop, which was my shower curtain of a cat eating a taco and a pizza slice in space. And yes, we are HGTV aficionados, and that is the trend, and that's my story, and I'm sticking to it, is galaxy cats everywhere in the house. That's how we roll here. No boring old shower curtain here for a patterned shower curtain here for us. No color coordinated bathroom. No, space cat. Eating the best things in the world. The only thing he's missing is the cheeseburger. So, that was fun. I was trying to make it different, and hopefully it was different enough, and hopefully it was entertaining enough. We actually, if you haven't seen my posts, between the donations I gathered before and the donations during the live stream, we had a total of $695 donated, which blew past my original goals of $250 and then my new goal of $500. I did add my own donation to it, so we could actually donate around $1,000 to Freedom Farm Animal Sanctuary, which is an animal rescue nonprofit here in Middle Tennessee. And it's just amazing, y'all. I love it. That makes me so happy. This is what kept me going in July. I was struggling so much because of my sleep and because of, sleep study news and appointments and just feeling so busy and tired and just wrung out. And this was what kept me going. I was like, I gotta make it through this because this is, so important to me. And I'm glad I was able to follow through, and I can't believe how much you guys helped. Thank you. Thank you to Kim T, who's one of my mods. She actually added in some giveaways of her own. We hit all our stretch goals and we're able to do all our giveaways, which was awesome. And I will get those sent out this week. Last couple days I've been exhausted and I just can't get to it quite yet. But I will get to this week. So thank you to everyone who donated, who participated, who cheered me on. This was just more than I could have ever anticipated. And so I would like to make this a yearly thing, but we will see. We know what happens when I plan too far ahead. So anyway, thank you all. That was great, and we streamed for 4.5 hours. So that was amazing. All right, finished space coloring book. I did do that. I finished the space coloring book. It was part of my 10 books to finish. I have 2 of them finished now, so that's awesome. 5 non-alcohol marker coloring pages. Not quite. I had 3. So, womp womp. Yeah, the rest of these aren't going to look so good, y'all. Like, we started out strong here. Let's talk about the other one I did. So, I added the 5K walk. Well, it was a 5K run event Freedom Farm did a couple weekends ago. You can see the vlog I put up on my channel. Again, if I can put a card here, I will. Where I vlogged the experience afterwards, patched it all together. It was a 5K event to raise money for Freedom Farm, but they also had like a mile. Well, it was all on the same path. It was a greenway, and you could walk or run the 5K, or you could walk the 1 mile, or just basically do whatever you wanted. And I really wanted to do that. Even with my knees bugging me like they are, I really wanted to participate in that and be supportive, and I was able to go. And so I made that a goal for the month because that was a big thing to me. I mean, I went and I walked over a mile. It was fun. It was hot and sweaty and gross, but it was so much fun. The atmosphere was great. There were all kinds of dogs. I'm really glad I didn't bring any of the cats in the stroller. Even if they had been fans of it, there just were so many dogs it would have stressed them out. So, nix that idea for the future. They're hoping to do another one in the fall, and what I would like to do, if I can get through physical therapy and strengthen my knees enough and get active enough between now and then, is to be able to actually walk the 5K. I'm never going to run it. Like I said, I'm not going to run unless zombies are chasing me. But I hate running. Hate running. My high school coaches made sure I would hate running forever. So I'd love to be able to walk the 5K in like a reasonable amount of time. So that's going to be kind of a goal in the fall, I think. So I did do that. 5 challenge pages that are not part of 10 books finished. Whips are also okay. Didn't happen. I did 2. Actually, for Sunken Treasures, which was awesome, but I just didn't quite get to it. No new buys after 7/1. First month, I broke that, and I broke it twice. You guys haven't seen the other book I broke down and got. I got 2 books, and that was it. I mean, I didn't go crazy, but still, that's a bummer. Finished swatching, organizing color supplies. I was making really good progress first half of the month, and then complete all PT physical therapy appointments, which I did. 80% of the exercises I didn't do. So, yeah. The months, or the points for the month. So, I have a point system, if you aren't familiar with what I do. 1 point, 3 points, 5 points. I list out certain tasks for the month, and every time I complete one of these tasks, I give myself a little tick. So I get 1 point per completed page, for example, 3 points for going to any doctor's appointment because it is so hard for me to get out of the house. Past few months, that's all I've been doing is getting out of the house, but it's hard for me to actually make my appointments sometimes because I feel so bad. But I've been hitting that pretty good. And then 5 points are big things. Like if I go to the store, I drop off recycling, which takes a little bit of effort with all the cardboard we have. Um, I had to get emission tests and tags done for my truck this month, which I did. 30-minute chores. Those are 5 points. So yeah, I calculated up all the totals, and I was negative 500 because of all the buying I did in June to borrow from my points. So I was 500 in the hole, and when I figured this up with the 21 I had, and then I had to add some for July with the 2 books I bought. Anyway, it all comes out to I'm still in the negative, but 264 points, and I'm pretty sure I can get back with no new buys in August. I can get back to 0 for September. So my borrowing will be done. Anyway, so there we go. Those are my highlights. Just those 3, which is kind of a pitiful showing from after the last 3 months. But, you know, I've been hitting a lot of goals the last 3 months. So, and this month's been just crazy. So I guess I'm happy for hitting those 3. And those are 3 pretty big ones too. So usually I note any other big stuff that happened during the month. Wasn't a whole lot. Except I did get my sleep study done and got the results. I hit all my appointments, all my physical therapy, all my regular therapy, my mental therapy, my physical therapy, my regular doctor's appointments, telehealths that were scheduled, vet appointments that were scheduled. Like I didn't miss a single appointment for the month, which is a pretty big deal for me. That's why I was all over the place this month. I also lost 2 pounds last week. So when I started tracking my food, Sunday was my first official weigh-in, and I was down 2 pounds. So that was exciting. And of course I counted that for July. August goals. August goals are kind of different. There's one thing I need to add. There we go. I've forgotten to add this before. Okay. So August is a little, not quite as aggressive. So I have finished Stone Mosaic Volume 2. I am within a stone's throw of, well, I say that, but I actually have to be pushed pretty hard to finish this book this month. So finished physical therapy. I have the rest of August, I have 1 appointment a week, and at the end of August, I want to be done with it. And I think that's when they have me being done with it. So going to all the appointments, doing what I need to do to build up my knees, and being able to finish up knowing that my knees are in good shape. And you know, after that walk I did, I anticipated my knees would go nuts from all that walking, and they were fine. So it's working. So I gotta stick with it, and I gotta start adding in, you know, at least once a week, some sort of on the recumbent bike or walking or something to help on my end as well, since I only have 1 appointment a week. I do have organized supplies and swatch supplies still. I split those out because really these are 2 separate goals, and I might be able to do the organized, but the swatch is going to be a bit of a challenge. I still am trying to get in the watercolor, though I don't have a ton of time. I do want to try to do 1 watercolor painting. Even if it's just a basic one and it looks terrible, I want to at least do 1 this month. 1 picture in all my 10 books to finish that are left. I have 8 left. So it would be 8 pictures. There's a couple I haven't touched since we started since I started this challenge, the Costume Cats by Jade Summer, and then the Little Witches by Sun Life Drawing. So I need to do a picture in those, and then in all the other books still left to finish for the month. I also have lose 3 pounds for the month. I'm guessing I'm working at roughly 1 pound a week, but you know, sometimes you just have those weeks where it doesn't drop for you. So I'm trying to be conservative, I guess. And then the other goal is no new buys again for August. And then if I buy anything in September, it's going to probably be towards the end of September. So, and again, I'm coming into the month with negative 264 points, which is why we're not doing a no buy, or why we're doing a no buy. I've got my point system already set up and ready to go. Actually, I did one of these this morning. Oh, actually, one thing I'm going to put here, I've hit my deductible on insurance, but you know, you still get those statements for like, you know, sometimes you get them for like $5 or something and you got to pay them online. I want to include that because, you know, the online stuff, it seems silly to put a point to that, but it requires motivation. It requires, you know, you actually doing it. And some days when I'm feeling really bad, that's hard to do. For those of us that suffer from depression, even basic tasks like getting online to pay a bill can be difficult. So you know, they only get 1 point, but they are, you know, significant for me. So I actually did do 2 online orders this morning and then 3. So see, look, I've already started for the month. So that is what's going on. Like I said, no to be colored this month. Other than, you know, you've pretty much seen my 10 books to finish. You know I'm going to be coloring in those. Past that point, it's just going to be whatever. I just can't. I felt a lot of pressure last month when I was looking at that stack of things I wanted to color in, because I did want to color in them, but I just didn't have the time, and it was like, it was extra pressure on me. And I'm trying to take as much pressure off myself as I can this month, since I really pushed myself last month. And I was successful in a lot of ways. But, yeah, we gotta sit back, take a little bit of a breath, and recharge. So, all right. So for this week, the plan is I have a new book to flip through to show you guys, with another collaboration with Creative Mandala. I will be flipping through this tomorrow. It's 100 Animals coloring book with mandalas by Creative Mandala. I'll be flipping through this tomorrow. Friday, you will see my completed pages video. I just need some time to actually film that and pull all that together. So I'll do that Friday. And then we will see. I don't know what I'm doing past that point yet. We're just going to have to take it a little time. I'd like to do a coloring chat maybe Sunday, but it's going to depend whether I suddenly get excited to color again. So you'll see my completed pages on Friday. Look for this flip through tomorrow. I will be coloring a couple pages out of this month too. Like I said, part of the collaboration with Creative Mandala. So anyway, guys, like I said, this was a lot of talking, and just hopefully seems to be all I'm doing lately. Wait, though, I want to show you guys. Woo! I about fell out of my chair. I want to show you guys. That was the cat mask I made I colored. Tammy had sent it to me. And I took the opportunity to color it during the live stream event Saturday. And isn't it cool? And then I wore it, and that was quite entertaining. It has currently earned a spot on Herbert, my little stuffed cat I have up on my desk, and he's been wearing it. So, a cat with a cat mask. I mean, seems a little redundant, but you know, I feel like this is the best place to display it right now so that I can see it and enjoy it, at least until I can start messing around with putting stuff up on the walls. So anyway, I'm sorry guys. Like I said, usually I'm a lot more gung-ho about the month, and things have been, you know, we've been plugging along great. And now, one thing I do want to note quickly, Watercolor Summer 2021 hashtag in front of that is still going on. It's going on till the first day of autumn in September, which I can't remember what day that is. Y'all have to Google it. That is still going on this month. This is why I wanted a long seasonal type tag, so that even if I take a little time off, it's not going to affect the color on. And you guys are killing it with this tag. I try to get on there at least once a week and comment. And I'm sorry if I missed your picture. I'm trying. There's a lot of them. You guys seem to love this tag, and I do too. And hopefully this is, and for those of you not familiar, it's basically just using anything that requires water to add to it. So it could be ink tints. You could get out your Crayola markers, water-based markers, scribble them on a palette, and use a water brush to paint with those. Those would count. Watercolor pencils that are activated with water, regular watercolors. I mean, really anything that's you're adding water to in order to create like a watercolor look in a book. And it's just to try to encourage you to use some of the supplies that you may be scared of. And I am scared of a lot of my watercolor stuff, and this has made me feel a little braver. So because last month I used my ink tints and some watercolor pencils I had never used before, the Albert Durr watercolor pencils, and so it's making me feel a little braver. Anyway, that's still going on. I'm going to put that in the description. So I hope you guys have a good rest of the week. I will be back tomorrow with that flip through, and then Friday we'll do complete pages, and then we'll see. So thanks guys for watching, and bye for now.